Up in the air at 35,000 feet, one person holds supreme authority: the captain. The captain's word is law, and their decisions, even if contested, are final. This absolute authority is granted by the airline and the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA. Think of the captain as the ship's captain in the old days. They have ultimate responsibility for the vessel, the cargo, and every soul on board. Disobeying the captain's orders is not just bad form, it's a serious offence with potential legal consequences. Their decisions to remove passengers are guided by strict FAA regulations and airline policies. The captain's responsibility is to the safety and well-being of everyone on board, even if it means making tough calls. The FAA regulations are clear: airlines can refuse to transport passengers who are deemed unruly or a threat to safety. Intoxication, both observed and self-admitted, is a common reason for removal. Airlines have a zero-tolerance policy for passengers who appear to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Smoking, another obvious no-go, is strictly prohibited on all flights. Disobeying crew instructions is another surefire way to earn a one-way ticket off the flight. Flight attendants are responsible for passenger safety and compliance with regulations. Threats of violence, verbal abuse towards the crew or fellow passengers, and attempts to interfere with the flight crew are grounds for immediate removal. These actions create a hostile and potentially dangerous environment, requiring swift and decisive action from the captain. Let's face it, we've all heard those stories that make us cringe and wonder, what were they thinking? Take, for instance, the passenger who attempted to open the emergency exit door while the plane was taxiing. His little adventure resulted in an abrupt stop, the intervention of law enforcement, and a permanent ban from the airline. Then there was the passenger who, fueled by one too many cocktails, decided to serenade the entire cabin with his off-key rendition of a popular song. Despite repeated warnings, he persisted, earning a visit from air marshals and an involuntary exit from the flight. These real-world examples illustrate the point. Disruptive behavior has consequences. The captain's authority to remove passengers is a necessary power, but it's not without its challenges. They operate in a complex space where safety concerns must be balanced against passenger rights. On one hand, they have a duty to ensure the safety and security of everyone on board. This duty compels them to act decisively when faced with disruptive or dangerous behavior. On the other hand, they must exercise their authority judiciously, avoiding unnecessary removals and respecting the rights of passengers. The captain must assess the severity of the situation, the potential for escalation, and the impact on the flight and other passengers. This decision-making process is further complicated by the subjective nature of disruptive behavior. The captain understands that their primary responsibility is to the safety and well-being of everyone on board. In the end, the captain's authority is not about wielding power. It's about maintaining safety and order in a unique and potentially dangerous environment. The rules and regulations are in place to protect everyone, passengers and crew alike. When we step onto an airplane, we enter a different realm, one where the captain's word is law and their decisions are final. This authority, though absolute, is exercised with responsibility and restraint. By working together and behaving responsibly, we can ensure a safe and enjoyable journey for everyone. After all, we're all in this together, hurtling through the air at hundreds of miles per hour.